FBU National Championship is brought to you by Zenith, makers of the X2 football helmet.
We're on the road to San Antonio in 2012. Hi, everyone. I'm Neil Sika, and this is the FBU National Championship Field Pass Team Preview Shows for Team Eastern North Carolina. An in-depth look at a first-year squad, and the team director, Thomas Van Camp, will join us right after these messages.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by East Bay, where the athletes are.
From the creators of the U.S. Army Bowl comes Football University, the most exclusive football training in the country, invites, trains, and announces the next generation of football stars. If you're a 6th to 12th grader with elite football ability, FBU is for you. FBU matches elite athletes with elite instruction. Nominate an athlete today at footballuniversity.org. FBU, by position, by professionals, by invitation only. FBU, you know.
Hi, everyone. This is Neil Sika, your host for the 2012 FBU National Championship. And for the very first time, exclusive coverage of every game at the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade level. In conjunction with Swink.tv, you can sign up for the FBU Field Pass on FBUYouthNationalChampionship.com. Check out our full game, highlight, and combo packages. And we'll see you on the FBU Field Pass. And we return here on our FBU National Championship Field Pass Team Preview Show. Eastern North Carolina, debutante here in 2012 on the road to San Antonio. They're playing in the bottom part of the East Regional, taking on Maryland in their first-round games this December the 1st. We talk with Thomas Van Camp, who's the team director for the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teams, as he joins us now on the phone. Thomas, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Excellent. Thanks so much for joining. I know it's an exciting time. We were speaking a little bit beforehand of Eastern North Carolina and how you kind of composed this team, and it's from areas kind of in the outliers, but some good football players in tow.
Yeah, we're drawing primarily from 4 counties that are all about an hour south of Raleigh, down the sort of 95 corridor. Scotland County, Richmond County, Moore County, and Cumberland County. Big football areas in North Carolina in middle school and high school, but pretty rural in nature.
6th graders will get things started this weekend. A little bit on your 6th grade team as they approach, and these are the first and second round undercard games.
The 6th grade team is probably more of a local team than the other two. Mm-hmm. We pulled from local areas, Moore County, and our Sand Hills Patriots, which is our sort of signature team down here that travels, as well as from other counties. But we've got about 23 or 4 on that roster, some good athletes, and some good-sized linemen. But I don't really see the 6th grade as sort of being an all-star team as much as the other 2 teams.
And when you speak of Sand Hills, though, you mentioned the Patriots. We're talking Piedmont Youth Football and their success, correct?
That's correct. We play out of a league in Charlotte and have been successful, been in that league for this is our 4th year. Very well organized, new teams joining every year that are sort of the kind of teams that we want. So that's, we take our teams and travel to tournaments. We just got back from Knoxville, Tennessee. And try to give the kids exposure at all 3 levels. And that 6th grade team is primarily our group of kids and some kids from some of the other teams in that league that are local to this area.
Thomas Van Camp, who's the team director for the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders of Eastern North Carolina. They're a new team to the field on the road to San Antonio here in the FBU National Championship. 7th graders, Thomas, tell me a little bit about the dichotomy and the breakdown of what we'll see from them offensively, defensively, some players who stand out.
Okay, the 7th grade team, I think, their line's probably going to average about 185 or 190. A lot of them play with each other or know each other, and that's probably one of the strengths. We've got some running backs, Xavier Kane, who looks real strong, and Brandon Armstrong is the quarterback. He's from Cumberland County, and some good receivers. I don't coach them directly, and nor do I coach the 6th grade team, but obviously kind of involved in everything.
Right.
They did well. A lot of them went with the Patriots to Knoxville and played pretty well last weekend. They won 2 out of 3 games, and a lot of those kids that are on the Patriots are on that 7th grade team. So we'll see how they do. They're probably less local than the 6th grade team, less local than the 6th grade team, but not quite as divergent as the 8th grade team.
We're speaking with Thomas Van Camp, who's the team director of Eastern North Carolina. They will take on Maryland in the D.C. area, Northern Virginia, come this weekend in the first round of the FBU National Championship. And when we come back on this FBU National Championship Field Pass Team Preview Show, we'll talk about the 8th graders. Stay with us.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Football University, elite football training for the nation's top athlete.
Hey! Push it, good. Lift! Look at the hands, look at the eye level. I like it.
Let's take 5 kicks and let it go.
He was bouncing right there. He ran right to you.
It's only one ball, and everybody should be running to the ball.
Control the wrist.
Watch my knees, they go out like what? I'm climbing a big tree.
Power comes from what? Through your feet, through your hips, through your palms of your hand, guys. I've been playing chess since I was 9 years old. Chess helps me stay focused. It helps me stay aware. It helps me anticipate my opponent's next move. To see his strategy, find his weakness, and exploit it. Chess prepares my mind for battle, because victory requires my strength, my speed, and my intelligence. My name is Ray Rice, and I am an enlightened warrior.
Introducing the Youth Football Coaches Association, the premier online resource dedicated to improving coaching effectiveness and promoting youth safety for all volunteers. Register free at yfbca.org and begin receiving free youth coaching information, monthly newsletters, certification, and background checks. The most up-to-date concussion information, drills for all positions and skill levels. Learn all types of offensive and defensive plays. Join us at yfbca.org, where we are making good coaches great teachers.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Jersey Mike's. There is no substitute.
And we're back here on our FBU National Championship Field Pass Team Preview Show. We're talking Eastern North Carolina with the team director, and that's Thomas Van Camp. We spent a little time on the 6th and 7th grade teams, but the 8th graders will play in the primary matchup on the road to San Antonio. They'll take on Maryland in their first game. That is this Saturday, December the 1st, in Northern Virginia. Thomas, this 8th grade team that you've composed, you've already spoke of some of the star talent maybe at the lower levels from Sandhills, but what can we expect to see offensively from the 8th graders, defensively, and maybe some of the guys who may make a name for themselves?
Sure. We run a multitude of offenses. We've got sort of a power offense. Our offensive line averages probably about 285, 290, and over 6 feet. They're large, and then we've sort of got a smaller set of linemen that are a little quicker and more athletic, that are about 220 to 230. Our quarterback is Jalen Dickerson. He's a real good prospect. He's about 6'1", 170 pounds, and got some really strong running backs. Ty McLaurin, who came from Carver Middle School, is real strong. We'll run the spread. We'll run some power. We'll run all kind of odd formations and that type of thing. Our defense is strong as well. Chavez Bryant, he's an outside linebacker. Tamonte Purvis, he's our strong safety. These guys fly around the field and make tackles. So, we're excited. It's a new thing for us, and we really haven't hit much in our practices just so that we keep everybody healthy. So it'll be a good learning experience. But I think we'll be competitive for sure.
And I would say of the 4 teams that are in this southern part of the East region out of Northern Virginia, this is kind of the road trip for you guys making your way up to the Northern Virginia area.
Yes, I'm going to thank Larry Kennedy for that. And for all the expenses it entails. But we're I think part of what we started with the Sandals Patriots a long time ago was traveling and getting kids from all different ethnic, racial, and socioeconomic backgrounds to be at a hotel miles from home and interact with one another and share their experiences. So we're kind of, at a smaller scale, looking forward to the drive up to D.C. and these kids spending some time together. They'll all play against each other in high school in the years to come. So it's been a neat kind of relationship so far, and hopefully they'll play well together. And I won't get my local high school coach too mad by helping some of these other kids that will be his rivals in the years to come.
I have to really quickly ask you about this matchup with Maryland. Now, for any team, I mean, there's no easy matchups in this first round, but this is a Maryland team that impressed last season and made it all the way at the 8th grade level to the regional final and lost to Massachusetts. Mike Anderson there has put together a pretty good foundation, but this will be a tall order here in the first game right off the bat for you guys.
We understand that. We've looked at some of the film of their Massachusetts game. They had, I don't know if they're still going to run that spread. They had 4 and 5 receiver sets. We're obviously we have not drawn from any big cities, but we do, we do have some good football players, and so I think we should be competitive, and it will be either way a great learning experience. I would like to have been in Charlotte at least that first round, but we have a sort of a model. We'll just go play anywhere, anybody, and whatever happens, and it's worked for us in the past. So either way, it'll be a great experience, and the kids are really, really excited.
I love that mantra out of you guys. Eastern North Carolina, new to the field, and Thomas Van Camp, their team director. Thanks so much for spending some time with us here on this FBU National Championship Field Pass Team Preview Show, and best of luck on the road to San Antonio.
Thank you very much. It's been my pleasure.
Thomas Van Camp, who's the team director for Eastern North Carolina. Your FBU National Championship Field Pass Team Preview Shows roll along. We'll come back, put a bow on it right after this.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by School of the Legends, voice of the players.
Hey everyone, this is your FBU National Championship host Neil Sika, and I got to tell you what, I am looking fly in my official East Bay FBU team licensed apparel, which you can get for a limited time only on FBUYouthNationalChampionship.com. Orders must be in by December 10th, and you can have that hoodie to keep you warm no matter where you are across the country, or that bag to carry all your gear on the road to San Antonio. Visit the officially licensed team apparel store on FBUNationalChampionship.com.
From the creators of the U.S. Army Bowl comes Football University, the most exclusive football training in the country, invites, trains, and announces the next generation of football stars. If you're a 6th to 12th grader with elite football ability, FBU is for you. FBU matches elite athletes with elite instruction. Nominate an athlete today at footballuniversity.org. FBU, by position, by professionals, by invitation only.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Zenith, makers of the X2 football. The FBU National Championship is brought to you by East Bay, where the athletes are.
I've been playing chess since I was 9 years old. Chess helps me stay focused. It helps me stay aware. It helps me anticipate my opponent's next move. To see his strategy, find his weakness, and exploit it. Chess prepares my mind for battle. Because victory requires my strength, my speed, and my intelligence. My name is Ray Rice, and I am an enlightened warrior.
Hey everyone, it's your FBU National Championship host Neil Sika. On the road to San Antonio this year, don't forget you can visit our official merchandise shops at every regional site across the FBU National Championship. We've got hats, hoodies, game tickets, and backpacks. Take full advantage and gear up today for your FBU National Championship on the road to San Antonio. We'll see you there.
Push it good. Lift. Look at the hands. Look at the eye level. I like it.
Let's take 5 kicks and let it go. He was bouncing right there. He ran right to you.
It's only one ball, and everybody should be running to the ball.
Control the wrist.
Watch my knees. They go out like what? I'm climbing a big tree.
Power comes from what? Through your feet, through your hips, through the palms of your hand, guys.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Football University.
Thanks for watching our FBU National Championship desk shows. We're on the road to San Antonio. You can catch all the action by visiting FBUYouthNationalChampionship.com and take advantage of our pay-per-view model. Extended content can be found at Facebook.com/National Championship or on Twitter at FBU_NC. I'm Neil Sika, and we'll see you on the road to the Dome. Until then, so long.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Jersey Mike's. There is no substitute. School of the Legends, voice of the players.